Everybody for coming, and it's pretty cold out there, and we're in a nice warm spot. So everybody find a place so we can get started here. Want to open up with a welcome, and also to recognize our tribal council, Jane, who will be handing out the checks. She's our secretary. Kim, who is our vice president. Where did Mark go? Mark was here. Okay, Mark back there. He's our tribal council. Do we have any other tribal council? No? Okay. And then we had a former councilor member here, Tom Showman, who's on the drum, and our drum will be giving us the opening drum. This is the Peshabi Town Community Drum. So at this time, if drummers, and you may stand, please. You may be seated. They'll be also giving us the traveling song at the end. Want to also recognize our staff. Oh, did I see Tina? Oh, okay, another tribal counselor, Tina Frankenberger. Wave your hand, she's in the back. She said she would be just a little late. I had a frantic call from my wife this morning saying that the meeting was at 9 o'clock. It was 5 o'clock when I was putting on my jacket. I said, whoa! I said, I'm on my way. I didn't break any speed limit for the gentlemen that are sitting in here. And I see the officer. I stayed within the speed limit. And so when I shook hands with you, my hands were a little cold, and that's the reason why, because by the time I got here, I think my truck warmed up, and that was, all the frost was gone. So I do want to recognize the staff also from the casino, our interns, David, do you want to stand up there? Bernard, Debbie McSabe, Denise, and Johnny is our manager, general manager, and where's Frank? Frank, I see, there he is, okay. And Frank is our general manager over at the Sands. So appreciate our staff. I think Scott, where is Scott in the back here? Is there any other ones that I have missed? Okay, I just want to make sure these are our staff. I really appreciate the work that they do in our casinos and in the business, and also our government. My assistant, where is she? My assistant, okay, Leanne. She's my assistant, and they're a great help to me, and they keep me on schedule and make sure that I don't forget anything. And so I appreciate the work that they are putting in, and especially now, as you know, with the shutdown that is happening in Washington. It's ridiculous, it's stupid, and they don't have any feelings or sympathy for people that are hurting. And it's shameful in my view, because coming from our tribe has been very resilient, and a lot of the atrocious things that have happened to our tribe, our tribal members, our tribal ancestry. And so, you know, I can't understand help. I can't understand, you know, we grew up taught to help people respect one another, even if we don't agree with one another, and even if our faiths are different, we still had to respect. And I've been, you know, that has been drilled into me as growing up, and I see the same. And this here in Washington, because there are a lot of people who are hurting, including our Coast Guard over here, that they also, and my heart goes out to them. And you know, you know, we just got to all pitch in. It reminds me of the Good Samaritan story, and how the priests walked on the other side of because they didn't want to help out the guy that was hurting. And it was the Good Samaritan, who the Jews hated, was the one that went to help. The one that was unexpected to help, he helped. And that's where I think we are today, that we got a lot of people in Washington that are going away from it instead of helping out and working out things. So so you can miss Sunday service if you want it. That's my little sermon. Okay, thank you very much. So we'll go ahead and get started. Jane, did you want that thing closer to you? Oh, okay, thank you. And Mary Kelly, of course, and Amanda, where are they? Amanda, she's another one of our staff people. And Mary Kelly, she did hand me my stuff, but I don't know. But anyway, Mary Kelly also. So if there's somebody I forgot, remind me. Okay, I don't intentionally do that. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started here. Starting out A through Z, and so Acme Township. Okay, and this is for phase 1 on the playground equipment that, I don't know if we can see it from here. Can we see it? It's out there, but thank you again. Did you want to say anything? The mic is there if you want to say something. I hate to be put on the spot, huh?
As I was explaining to Jane when I met her earlier this morning, this award pushes Acme over the finish line for a key project in Bayside Park. And we're a rural township, and we have 2 nickels and need a quarter time and time again. And this means a lot to us.
Yeah.
We are grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Jay, the township supervisor, is here too, and we meet him on a monthly basis. Elmira? Elmira Township? And this is the Horse North Rescue Ranch, okay.
Hi, I'm Denise Weeks and I'm with Horse North Rescue. This is our first time doing this, so I want to say Horse North Rescue wants to thank us so much for this grant award. There are a few components that are so vital to our existence. First is our volunteers. We have been blessed with such an amazing group of volunteers that come to our rescue and donate so much of their time to the horses that we are called upon to assist. And the second is, there are so many core essentials that we need to help these neglected, abandoned, and forsaken horses. And that's the vet care, the farrier care, and feed. And this award donation will enable us to provide these essential needs of these horses that they're so neglected and haven't had provided to them. So we just wish to thank you so very much for your contribution to our horse rescue program. Thank you.
Thank you. You got a little horsey sweater on. And I love horses. I can watch them.
Well, we have 9 of them available. Check out our website. You can give a little mini, take home when you're back.
I have a granddaughter that is she's a horse lover, and
We can hook her up.
the lady sitting there also, Deb, she's a horse lover.
I'm one of our volunteers.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay, good enough. She's our tribal member, sits in every once in a while in the tribal manager's office, out in the information office. Okay, Antrim County. This is for the SOMI. I guess you can explain the Special Olympics. That's coming up here too, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, so this is for Special Olympics of Michigan Area 2. Covers 5 counties up here. This is going to cover the cost for the athletes and the registration and all that stuff for the Winter Olympic Games, which is held here at the resort, as well as I believe in Bel Air, the downhill skiing and such. So this covers all the costs, so we can continue to ensure that there's no cost for athletes to participate.
Thank you. And that's at the end of the month, I believe it is, and they have a lot of fun, a lot of work, a lot of volunteers, and so, it's a great time to have together with the Olympics, or Special Olympics. Okay, the next one, Benzie County Office of Emergency Management. And he can explain. And this is fire extinguisher training.
Bentley County Office of Emergency Management would like to thank the tribe for their funds to purchase a fire extinguisher training system. The fire extinguisher training system is a county-wide initiative that will be used by emergency management, our citizen emergency response team, and our 6 fire departments. The fire extinguisher training system will be used to train fire department personnel in their basic fire academies, our CERT members, as well as taking on the road to various organizations that wish to have their staffs learn about properties fire extinguishment. Thank you.
Thank you. And I also want to recognize James. He's the one that has taken our pictures, and he takes care of all of the events that we have, and pictures and videos and everything. So thank you, James. I remember one time that I worked for Consumers Power years ago, and we always had to have fire training. And I remember we had a big oil barrel outside, and so they lit it up, and of course, you know, it thick, dark smoke. Well, it happened that they put it right underneath the transmission lines that are coming out. Never thought anything would happen until there was a boom like that. Everybody jumped back, and man, it tripped our utility plant, tripped it off, and man, everybody was running around there. So we never did that again. We learned. Of course, maybe if we had a little more training, we would have had that. Okay, the next one is Benzie County Northern Michigan Mutual Aid Drive Team. All right. You did hear that I made the statement about followed the speed limits, you know. So. It's good to know these guys on this side.
The grant process to be able to add a deputy to the Northern Michigan Mutual Aid dive team, so this is for equipment to add that person. I would like to say on behalf of the Benton County Sheriff's Office that the Grand Traverse Band has been very generous to the Sheriff's Office during my career. It's truly appreciated from my staff.
Thank you. Okay, the Benzie Township, Benzie Area Christian Neighborhood.
I'm Kelly, and I work with Bingham, and we have Benton County's largest food pantry. We are in partnership with all the small ones, but we can feed about 5,000 people per year, and we don't take any government subsidies, so we're able to work independently when there is a shutdown like this, but this funding was for 1 month of all of our outreach to our neighbors in Benton County. We are anticipating an influx from the shutdown, and so it's really, it's appreciated every time, but very much this year, so thank you.
Thank you. The Blair Township Emergency Services. Oh.
So our dispatch center went under a major renovation or upgrade this past week, and the iPads in the program will help our emergency responders responding to calls with updated information and routing to those calls so we get to them as quick as possible. So on behalf of the Blair Township Emergency Services, thank the tribe for this great.
Thank you. The Charlevoix Township Fire Department.
So I'm Dan with the Shelby Township Fire Department. As everybody knows, the emergency service is not cheap to stay in the field. But it seems like every year they're asking more and more of the EMS and fire and police. And this will help provide new turnout here for some of our guys. But we really appreciate it. So, thank you.
Thank you. also the city of Charlevoix. This is the Jaffa Women's House.
Good morning, I'm Patty. I'm on the board for Chapel House Ministries. The Chapel House is in its 5th year of operation, so this check is great. We're very grateful for the money. Women come there, it's a safe place where women go out with their children in tow. They're taught life skills towards independent living, so we're very grateful for it. Thank you.
Thank you. Also the city of Charlevoix. This is the Third Day Fellowship Women's Emergency Shelter. Did we, anybody here from there? Okay. Doing double duty, eh?
Thank you. Chapel House operates under the umbrella of Third Day Fellowship, which is also a food pantry. They have outreach ministries for people who normally wouldn't step in the doors of a normal church because they don't feel comfortable. So thank you so much for
Thank you.
ministering to me.
Yeah. The city of Frankfurt, this is also the police department.
So what this allows my officers to do is a citation printer and software, so they can now type rather than write their citations, and it goes directly to magistrate. So it saves time, saves money, and it also saves paper.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Thank you. So if you follow the speed limit, you know, they're out of work. They have nothing to write. Okay, the city of Traverse City. This is the police department also.
I don't even know if this is on. But anyway, thank you, Directors, and 2% grant process because it allows us to do things in the community that we couldn't do otherwise. For part of this grant, we're going to get a TrueNarc, which is a chemical testing presumptive unit, which will tell us if there's 400 chemicals that we'll test for.
Joanne had the speech, so I'm just gonna say thank you, but the part of the grant that, the other half of the grant is for protector gear for crowd control for our police officers that are working the street on a daily basis. So, thank you, sir, thank you to all of your faces today.
Okay. Thank you. I used to tell my girls, and you know, when you're driving down the road and you see a police cruiser, what is your first reaction? Most people, their foot comes off the pedal and their foot goes on the brake to slow down. I told her, I said, well, I don't do that. I drive the speed limit. So you don't have to react that way. Well, maybe some of you have done that. Okay, the city of Traverse City, now this is the MOU. This is the park, the Clinch Park Tunnel. Did we have, okay. And this is one here that Mark Wilson, a council member, has been working with. Good morning. Mark, you want to get in here real quick?
Come on, Mark.
He has been our counselor who's been working with the group here specifically on this.
Good morning, I turned the mic on. I'm a theater person, I know my way around a mic. I am Debbie Hershey, the chair of the Traverse City Arts Commission. I'm here today with Arts Commission Director Nate Elkins, City Clerk of Traverse City Benjamin Marantet, and City Manager of Traverse City Marty Colburn. And we are thrilled to be here this morning to accept this most generous grant award for the Clinch Park Tunnel exhibition. Thank you so much. Prior to 2013, Anishinaabe art and language adorned the walls of the Clinch Park Tunnel. Artist Lois Beardsley had created beautiful stencil paintings reflecting the art, history, and culture of the Grand Traverse Band and the woodland Indians of the Great Lakes. The tunnel featuring these paintings was a visual gateway to the water that was culturally important to the woodland Indians as a meeting place. In 2013, during updates to the Clinch Park Tunnel, the art was removed. Since I became chair of the Arts Commission 6 months ago, it has been our #1 priority to bring Native art back to the Clinch Park Tunnel. Nate Elkins and I have been fortunate to work collaboratively with Tribal Councilman Mark Wilson, along with the City of Traverse City, the Traverse City Parks Commission, and the Downtown Development Authority to make this dream a reality. Isn't it wonderful that it is art that is bringing us all together today in celebrating diversity and returning 600 square feet of Native art to a culturally significant public place where it belongs, right here in Traverse City. We can't wait to get started on this exciting panel system mural project. Thanks so very much, Miigwech.
Yeah. Okay, great project, and I hope to see this when it ends. The East Bay Charter Township Parks Commission. Are they here? Don't see any movement, so maybe they're not here. Okay, the Elk Rapids High School. And this is for the band boosters. I can explain.
Good morning. My name is Nick Anderson, and I'm the band director at Elk Rapids High School. We just like to take this time to thank the tribe for their support. This money is going to our band camp that we have every summer. This is the second year that we are going away, and this is a huge part of our curriculum for our band program. It's just a great time for our students to come together to work on our performance for the fall, and also just to build bond as a family. So on behalf of myself and Sandy Jansen, our band booster president, and our students, we would just like to thank the tribe for their support. Thank you.
Great. Elk Rapids High School. This is a project graduation.
Uh-oh.
Is that mine?
Yes, it is.
Is it really? I thought I turned it off. I'm sorry. It is. It's my other one. Okay. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that.
I'm with the Elk Rapids High School project graduation, and we're just excited to be here and to be part of this. This is my first time, and I did not realize what a big reach this 2% grant had, and so this is kind of exciting to see what's happening in the community. Project graduation is an event that's held nationwide and by individual schools, and Elk Rapids has been doing this for many years. And they ask in the Elk Rapids, at the end of the 2% grant proposal, it says, how do you know this is successful? And ours is going to be easy, because last year no kids died. This used to be a night where a lot of these policemen were called out, because there was a lot of drinking and a lot of deaths, because I don't know if you have met high school students lately, but some of their frontal lobes have not fully developed, and so they may not make the best choices. And so this is a night where we keep them off the streets. They're with us for 24 hours of celebration that is safe and drug-free and alcohol-free. And so we really do appreciate the money that goes towards it, and hopefully this year we will say the same thing, that we are successful because no one was injured and no one died.
Really appreciate all of the schools that are doing what they can to help with the graduations and give the kids a place to be in a drug and alcohol-free atmosphere and all the things that go on. So we really appreciate all the schools for doing that. September, I just had my 50th class reunion, and you know, I figured I never went to them, and so I figured that I better do it now. You know, this is 50. I'm not sure I can make the next 50. So, you know, it was really fun, and I was so glad to see a lot of my classmates that I never seen. Once I left graduation, I was gone, and never seen them again. So it's a lot of fun, so I appreciate all the work that they do. Forest Area Community School. And this is for a youth work program.
Thank everybody, and thank Forest Area Schools for supporting us as well. This is going to provide opportunities for at-risk youth from that school to serve as AmeriCorps members this summer and work on riparian corridors throughout the 5-county area. So we're excited to be able to be part of this and for all the support that the band has given us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next one is the Grand Traverse County Board of Commissioners. This is the River Care Program. Oh, there we go. There is a person I recognize. Kira is a tribal member also, and we go back on when we were in MTAG, or the environmental agency. We worked with the different tribes, so good to see you this morning.
Good morning, I'm Matt Thomas with Conservation Resource Alliance. We've been coordinating watershed restoration, river improvement projects in Northwest Michigan as of this year for over 50 years now. And a big portion of that time we worked directly with the Grand Traverse Band, not only in the ability for them to help fund projects like this, but very closely with the natural resource staff, locked arm with projects like the Boardman Dam removal and projects throughout the 5-county. Our territory overlaps perfectly, and we thank the band so much for all of their support, both in money and time and passion and commitment to natural resources.
Just want to say one thing, Chimagwech to the tribe. I really just want to take a moment to acknowledge the tribe for sharing our knowledge and our connection to Mother Earth and their efforts and their leadership in this community to protect Mother Earth. They shared the thought that water is sacred and it is life. And so I just want to thank you for protecting our resources for the next 7 generations. So Chimagwech, thank you.
Kira's parents go to Florida about this time. Okay, and that's a good place to go right now. Okay, Grand Traverse County Board of Commissioners, and this is the Father Fred Foundation.
Hi, I'm Deb from the Father Fred Foundation, and we just want to thank you all especially the Grand Traverse Band, for the support that you've offered us. The funds from this grant will go towards helping those in our community who are struggling to keep their utilities on this winter. We are seeing more and more families that are struggling but yet are working, truly the working poor who won't qualify for the state benefits, so can't get help from the state but still don't have quite enough income to keep everything moving forward. So thank you so much for your support of this program and all the other programs that you do support us with. Thank you.
Thank you. The Grand Traverse County Board of Commissioners, this is the Goodwill Foundation.
My name is Ryan Hannon. This is my friend Dan Biron. I'm the Street Outreach Coordinator for Goodwill Industries. Dan is our Chief Executive Officer. And we're here to thank you for your support. I want to thank the Mr. Chairman, the Grand Traverse Band, and the tribal members. Thank you for your support. The program Street Outreach that I work in, we actively locate and engage people experiencing homelessness out on the streets. And we've been working to end homelessness since 2003. Homelessness is a huge issue in our communities around Northwest Michigan, and it's a significant terrible thing for many people in our communities. I really thank you for the support. We actively locate and engage with people out there experiencing homelessness and bring resources to end homelessness right where people are. And on nights like coming up this weekend when it's going to be below zero, we have people that go out and make sure that the people that don't make it into the shelters either know about the shelters, encourage them to come in and make sure there's enough warm blankets and things like that to survive. That stuff costs money. The program we have at the staff time, it doesn't earn money, and it takes gas money to go around to all the spots. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. The next one is the Grand Traverse County Veterans Affair.
My name is Michael Ruff. I'm the Director of the Grand Traverse County Veterans Affairs. On behalf of myself, my board, my employees, and the veterans of Grand Traverse County, I'd like to thank you for this grant. It will go to help fund our outreach program and to help veterans with financial assistance. According to the state statute, our office is only allowed to help those veterans who served during a period of war. Many times we have veterans who come in who serve peacetime looking for financial assistance, maybe suffering a hardship, and we're not really legally allowed to help them, so this money is going to go to help those veterans. So again, thank you for your grant.
Thank you. Appreciate all of the work that goes into helping the veterans. I being also a Vietnam veteran and served my country, and I'm sure there are a lot of you out here that are veterans too, and appreciate it, and thank you for all of the women, the men that are serving now in the difficult times. You just don't know. I think I seen on that we lost several of them in a bomb. So it's you think everything is fine, and then something like this comes up. It's never that way. You always have to be on guard. So I appreciate all of the veterans, men and women who are serving. The next one is the Parks and Recreation. This is the Native American marker tree and the other community sacred trees. Trees are a big important part to our nation and our little country right here.
Chris Erickson. I'm the director of Grand Traverse County Parks and Recreation. My office is at the Civic Center, which is a county park in Traverse City. And it's 44 acres, probably one of the most visited parks in our area. We are fortunate enough to have a Native American marker tree there. And a few years ago, the Grand Traverse Band gave us a 2% grant to improve that area. It wasn't getting the respect it deserved. And we were fortunate enough to get a new fence around there. We have some educational signage there. And we had a beautiful ceremony involving members of the Grand Traverse Band to celebrate the improvements to that tree. It had been long neglected. So this is phase 2 of that project. And thank you so much. We are going to add some benches. We want to keep the space sacred, but there's so much that goes on at the Civic Center. I'd like to define the area more. So we're going to add some benches and some more educational signage, some fencing, things like that. And it's just going to be even better than it has been. So we're very fortunate, and the Grand Traverse Band has been very good to us. They just helped us remodel our pool at the Civic Center. They're helping with projects of the Natural Education Reserve where the dams are coming down. So we're just very proud that we have this partnership with you, and we will invite all of you to the ceremony when we finish our next placemaking project with the tree. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Also, the Grand Traverse County Project Cherry Tree. This is another veterans program. Got the general. I don't know whether to shake hands or salute. Okay.
My name is Steve Chown. I'm the executive director for what was formerly Project Cherry Tree. We have officially changed our name. I was tired of getting Cherry Farm Implement magazines in my mailbox and request to trim our trees. So we are now officially called Northern Michigan for Veterans. Kind of actually says who we are. And on behalf of our board of directors and all the veterans here in Northern Michigan, we want to thank you for your generous support.
Thank you.
What Sam didn't mention, he did mention his service. Our Native American brothers and sisters actually serve at a higher rate per capita than the general population. So there's much to be proud of as far as your military service. This money will be used for reaching out to those veterans that do not use any of their benefits. There's over 60,000 veterans here in Northern Michigan. And only about 37% of them use any type of Veterans Administration benefits. And those are for various reasons. Many of our Vietnam veterans came back in an environment that they didn't want nothing to do with the government when they got back. And many of them are at an age right now where they really need those benefits. And what a lot of people don't know is this area is one of the 5 areas that the Veterans Administration has identified as a location where veterans are coming after their service now. So we have a lot of young veterans in this area, and many of those need those services too. So we're reaching out to them to try to make sure they get what they've earned. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, another Grand Traverse County Reigning Liberty Ranch. The Reigning Liberty Ranch.
Hi, I am Becky. I'm the director of Reigning Liberty Ranch. We are a veterans ranch south of Traverse City between Sam's and Chum's Corners. We want to be a change agent to better support our veterans in the area. We use the horse-human relationship to support our efforts initially. We work with the physical, relational, and emotional health of our veterans and their families. It's something that we've seen this program bring some real positive change in our veterans' lives, and it takes a lot of funding, and a lot of horses are not inexpensive. So I just really appreciate, number one, the heart of the tribe, to understand that that too is part of healing, and to support so well. I look at the people here, and I'm really quite privileged to stand here with all of you, and many of you we collaborate with at the ranch. We also work with at-risk youth, and have our veterans actually have an opportunity to mentor with those young people, and it's turned into a very powerful partnership. So I guess I see the footprint of the tribe's efforts and supporting all of us that support the community. They create collaboration possibilities, and they make us all more, our footprint is stronger when we work together. And I just really appreciate all of you in this community, and standing here with people that make so much difference for so many people is really important. And I'm just so grateful to the tribe for their continuing support. Thank you.
Thank you. It's amazing what horses can do. And we may have to look at that if, you know, they have I see dogs go around with people, you know, that do the same thing. When it gets to horses, we may have to take a look at that, you know. Somebody bringing their horse in. Okay, the next one is Safe Haven. This is also Grand Traverse County.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda Elliott. I'm here on behalf of Child and Family Services Safe Haven Supervised Visitation and Safe Child Exchange Program. What we do is help families that are going through domestic violence instances and provide supervised visits for co-parents or safe exchanges between parents for visitation purposes. A few years back, we were in an unfortunate situation where we lost our federal funding for this program, and thanks to the mayor's support, we were able to keep it open and operating. So without them, we literally would not be here right now. So thank you so much for your support, and to so many in this room as well. Thanks.
Thank you. This is the Grand Traverse County Tarp Trails. This is a Recycle a Bicycle program.
Hi folks, I'm Don Kunkel. I run the Recycle Bike program in Traverse City. It's a program I started out of my garage 12 years ago, thinking it was just going to be a little hobby of mine, and it turned into a pretty big deal. We've given away about 1,800 bikes here in the last 12 years. We service about 230 something people every year with free bicycles and free service, you know, to keep them mobile. And these are folks that don't have cars anymore. You know, they're struggling to get around. So it saves them bus fees. It just helps them be more independent. So that's what's happening. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Grand Traverse County, this is the Veterans Housing USA. And this is to set up a modular home in Blair Township.
Ladies, gentlemen, and members of the tribe, good morning. I'm find myself having swallowed a golf ball on the trip up here, so please just bear with me. Anyone who knows me knows I normally don't have a problem standing up in front of groups of people and running my mouth. So I want to take a moment to first of all say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and from the members of our board, thank you. If you recognize me, if I've had the pleasure of learning something from you in the past year, you know that what we were awarded today was our entire last year's fundraising goal. It is literally going to allow us to purchase a home, put a physical home down, and make that home affordable below fair market rate, completely below fair market rate, to veterans in Blair Township, and that's going to allow them to go to school, to tackle other challenges, separating out of the military, and no longer have to worry about finding affordable housing. So thank you again. It's truly an honor to be up here, and yeah, this is going to be absolutely amazing for us. So thank you.
Thank you. Grand Traverse County Women's Resource Center.
Resource Center, and we serve 4 counties, Benzie, Grand Traverse, Kalkaska, and Leland. We run a 22-bed emergency shelter for victims and their children for domestic and sexual violence. 22 beds, that's a lot. We see about 200 people a year. Recently I was over there, and 13 of the people there were under 11. So it was pretty lively. I got out of there as soon as possible. But it's a happy place, and we certainly appreciate all the funding that we've got to keep our shelter open.
Thank you. The next one is the Leland County Habitat for Humanity.
Good morning. I'm Wendy Irvin, the Executive Director of the Habitat for Humanity here in Grand Traverse Region. On behalf of our board and on behalf of our partner, the Leland Land Bank Authority, we want to say thank you. Truly, thank you for supporting strength, stability, and self-reliance through shelter, and very specifically our mission to build homes, community, and hope. We see hundreds of people coming to our door daily. And I'm very passionate about serving these families because they look at us with that last glimpse of hope. They're part of the workforce, living in basements, living in their cars, looking for that opportunity to make a difference. And so I thank you, the community, for your continued support of the mission. Thank you so much to the band.
Thank you.
If I can just say, it's Miigwech. The tribe has been very, very supportive of affordable housing and foreclosure prevention over the years, and it's an honor to be in partnership with you again. Thank you.
And thank you. John and I worked together over 20-some years ago, and I have some stories to tell about him. I won't let it go now, but okay. But it's good to see you. Thank you. And then we have the Planning, Community Development, Housing Rehabilitation.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chen Janik. I'm the Leland County Administrator. And I woke up this morning, looked outside, it was 1 below 0. So imagine being 70 years old, low income, waking up on a day like this, and you find out you have no heat, or you have no hot water, or your roof is leaking. And what do you do? And so we have a program here where we rehab housing. We get applications, we get calls on a regular basis. Some is low income, some is loan free, some of it is lower interest rates where we rehab the house, put the funds back in the project so other people can apply. So it truly has a tremendous impact on people. Thank you for your support.
Well, thank you. The other one, Leland County, and this is the sheriff's office. Then this has to deal with the schools, the Leland County schools. Yeah.
Sheriff Borkovich, I hope you can all hear me without the mic, I'm a little from it. This grant will be used to purchase a school placarding system for all the schools in Leland County. And when we have emergency response to school, whether it's police, fire, EMS, a lot of times we walk in, it's a maze of hallways, additions, and so on and so forth. There's obscure rooms like music rooms or teachers' conference rooms where it's really not on everybody's map. So what we're gonna do is placard all our schools, sort of a national program going on right now, so that when we walk in the front door, or red zone, yellow, blue, green, orange, we walk down to they're all numbered at a distance. The placards can be seen at night, they're reflective, and they're color coding enamel. It's a good long-term investment for quick response in the schools, regardless if it's a heart attack by a teacher, students fighting, or emergency response from law enforcement. So I'd like to thank the band and all of you, Chairman especially, the great support of Leland County, and
Yes.
especially of our sheriff's office in our efforts to protect our children and our schools. So thank you all.
Thank you. And we hope that we never have to use that in an emergency situation. The next one is the Solid Waste Council. This is scrap tire cleanup day for Leland County.
Hi there, I'm Bill Perkins, and we are going to do a used tire collection, but we would like those tires to be recycled, so we are working with the Leland Trail to make rubberized asphalt. So I would encourage anybody here who is with the County Road Commission to have them look at rubberized asphalt as a way to get rid of these tires.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think they did the highways.
Yeah, they do it all over
This
the
is quite a while ago that I read that. Good to see.
Interesting statistic is they use 2,000 tires per lane per mile, so we could use a lot.
A lot of them. Yes, thank you. I hope that that works out because, yes, good to have. I remember the tire fire, I think we had, I forget where it was, but it was over here in our area, and that is, you know, bad for the atmosphere. Okay, next one is the, the solid waste again. Is it okay?
So we got a grant to build a new recycling site, and on my way here, I got a phone call from a business owner in Lake Leland who is interested in hosting a new recycling site. So hopefully this will go straight into that project.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Leland, Montessori Academy, Public School Academy. They have a new campus. I think they just moved into, wasn't it? Okay.
This is the first time I've been to this event, so I'm completely humbled and honored to be a part of this process of all you amazing humans. I'm Sarah Bordeaux, the board president of Leland Montessori Public School Academy. I have my vice president, Colin McDonald, here with me. In February of 2017, we learned that we would have to find a new location and authorize it.
After 2 no's from authorizers, we came to the Travel Council for a recommendation from Bingham Community College. They took us on in September. They then had to relocate and find a building and secure a loan. And it was down to June 2018, we were able to secure that loan and location. The USDA did back our loan, but with those funds, we were unable to make it for our playscape and acrescape for our children. And there were some roof issues we had to maintain for a new roof. So with this grant, we have 100 children who are incredibly excited for their new playground. They've been using the naturescape that we have there. We moved in last Wednesday, and their toddler room moved in on Monday. So thank you so much.
And the next one is for the new roof. We
The
haven't.
new roof is, it's $5,000. We just learned that we're having some issues with the runoff of the roof, so
Yeah.
we're toward that. So
Okay, that's the other.
that's the other grant.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Some of our tribal children, they go there. My assistant, I believe her kids go there too. Okay, the next one is the Leland Public School. And this is the early childhood development.
Good morning, my name is Jason Stowe, I'm the superintendent of Leland Public School. And simply put, early childhood is probably one of the most critical elements we have right now with education. We need to get kids as soon as possible. Early childhood education is not meant for the select few that can afford it, it's meant for everyone. This grant specifically goes towards the Leland Early Childhood Commission and parenting communities and supports that. So on behalf of the Leland County Public Schools, the Leland Early Childhood Education Development Committee, and parenting communities, we thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
Thank you. The next one is the Melrose Township. Somebody's alarm is going off. Not my phone. Okay, we'll move to the Northwestern Michigan College. Got all kinds of alarms. Got all the police departments in there. Fire departments. Okay.
My name is Todd Carter. I'm the Native American Student Success Coach at Northwestern Michigan College. And on behalf of the Native American Student Organization and Northwestern Michigan College, I'd like to thank the Grand Traverse Band for continuing their support of all of our projects and our programs. It's pretty clearly stated in the printout. Our numbers are going up. Our programs are all geared towards retention and intake. We see an increase in students coming directly from high school. We try to retain them to graduation and then further their academic pursuits by fostering relationships between other colleges and universities for bachelor's degrees and so on and so forth. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Todd. Yeah, he's been there for quite a while too.
Quite a while.
Okay, Star Township. Anyone from Star Township? Okay. There's 2 of them here. One is the Community Lighthouse, and then the other one is the Elders Advisory Committee. Okay, so we'll go to the next one, which is Suttons Bay Public School. And this is the Native American Education Program.
Good morning, I'm Mike Carmian, Superintendent of Suttons Bay Schools. I want to thank the tribe for their continued support. They have supported us in our Native American educational program for a number of years. This funding that we're receiving today will allow us to continue the program at the current funding levels for the balance of the school year and add another tutor to our middle school program. And it's vital for our Native students, and we're seeing a lot of success. And I know you just mentioned you're going on to NMC. I think it's a lot of our students going there from our program. So I thank you very much for your continued support.
No, we also had the winter.
And second grant, we requested some funds to allow us to transport students after school to help in our athletic programs and other programs, probably now that we have the funding. And back and forth to Northport schools, we cooperative with all of our sports with Northport. So we practice up there, and our students don't have transportation to there, so we provide that. And we're a financially distressed district. But we're also, the goal there is to stop Town and allow our Native students to get home after school, pick them up before we go, and work together to increase our participation amongst the Native students. So again, we thank you for your continued support.
Thank you. Great. You forgot the other check. You better. Okay. The Suttons Bay Bingham Fire and Rescue. All right. This is for equipment.
I want to say thanks for the continuing commitment of the Grand Traverse Band of Ottawa and Chippewa Indians to enhance the lives of Suttons Bay, Bingham, and Shabbytown residents. The Matro equipment, combi tool, fender rescue suits, and thermal imaging camera will help to save lives of residents in our area. Reliable tools are under all circumstances are a vital necessity. Thermal imaging camera keeps our first responders safe and hopefully keeps them away from harm. Thank you again for this wonderful partnership, one that will provide benefits for years to come.
Thank you. The Traverse Bay Area Intermediate School District. Child and Family Services.
Again, I thank you so much for the tribe for supporting us in this program. This is going to help us provide support funding for 55 AmeriCorps members that are youth with developmental disabilities and cognitive disabilities that are part of the TBA ISD and particularly the ACE program. These youth will perform over 17,000 hours of free and pro bono services for all of our area of nonprofits. Many of you actually sitting out here are working with us now, and we'll get you'll hear from us soon in order to get yourself some support at your projects. So thank you so much to the tribe and all of you.
Thank you. The Traverse Bay Area, again, the Intermediate School District, Michael's Place.
Good morning, I'm Gretchen Overbeek. This is Judy Harrison, and we're here from the board of Michael's Place. We are truly honored and humbled by this extremely generous gift. These funds will allow us to continue all of the phenomenal work that is done for grief support within our schools, with our teachers, administrators, and students.
We just want to thank the Tribal Council so very much for helping us to continue to serve at Michael's Place kids that are in grief, and also the teachers that teach them. Thank you.
Thank you. A very, very good program there for people that are hurting and having a hard time getting through it. So appreciate the Michael's Place. Traverse Bay Area Intermediate School District Junior Achievement Program.
this very generous donation. Thank all of you in the room for all the incredible things I'm hearing about. For those of you who don't know, Junior Achievement, we provide financial literacy, entrepreneur, and work readiness training in classrooms and after-school programming. I had a lot of very excited teachers because, of course, we don't have enough reach usually, so I've had to take about 17 teachers off the waiting list. Thank you again.
Thank you. The Traverse Bay Area Intermediate, this is the Great Lakes Children's Museum. Another great program.
My name is Lisa Point. I'm the Development Director of the Great Lakes Children's Museum, and we are so grateful for this continued funding. We can't thank you enough. This grant specifically is going towards strengthening what we do at the Children's Museum is increase connections between caregivers and children and increase kindergarten readiness. So we're working on those things inside the museum, and then all of your organizations are eligible for our underserved support program, which allows lower income and at-risk families and children to come into the museum and experience that free of charge. So please take advantage of it. Call me anytime.
Thank you. The Intermediate School District Farm to School program.
Hi, I'm Alice Bowie, the Farm to School Coordinator at TBA-ISD. Thank you very much. This will allow us to continue to provide health and nutrition and wellness programming for elementary school students throughout the region. This year we're serving 4,000 students, and hopefully that'll be more next year with us. Thank you.
Thank you. I like that about the long life healthy habits. Good habits are good. All right, the Traverse City Charter Township, Garfield. This is the clean energy.
Matt Cowell, I'm privileged to work with the Joint Recreational Authority of Traverse City and Garfield Township. Sergeant Salzman from Seeds, I'll let her take the mic here shortly. I just want to say broadly and generically, it's always very humbling to be in a room full of folks doing all the good work that you're doing. And it's extremely humbling and impressive, the incredible impact of the band and this program over the years, nearly $40 million going to all this good work. It's an amazing, amazing and unique resource for our community. Certainly from the bottom of my heart, just as a citizen of this community, thank you very, very much to the tribe for your generosity and for your careful, charitable good works in our community.
Thank you.
Just want to add that this is a really exciting collaborative project where we are going to experiment with technologies. As we know, solar and battery technologies have really become competitive with some of our old style plug-in grid-based technologies. And so Historic Barnes Park is really a wonderful host to explore these clean energy transitions and make those opportunities for people like us to engage in these new technologies seem more accessible and just raise awareness in general. So this is a really important infrastructure support to help cast a whole bunch more projects on that property, and I just want to say thank you much for helping and offer a symbol of our gratitude in the form of garlic that we grew at the park.
I thought that was. I cooked with this. My chili tastes good with garlic. Thank you. I was looking at that, so I just wondered if she was fending off. But they use garlic for everything, so even vampires. Okay, the city of, city police, Traverse City Police. This is for the crowd control gear. Oh, okay, so we can mark that off. Okay, the Traverse City Area Public School. All right.
Good morning. My name is Cindy Burke from the Traverse City Area Public Schools, and on behalf of the district, we would just like to genuinely thank the tribe for its continued support of the various initiatives at the district. We are receiving 3 grants today. The first is for our robotics program, which is a fun program at Central High School that's hosted every year. This year will be April 19th. I welcome everybody to come out and take a look at it. It's a great day. We are also receiving an award for our LEAP and STEP programs. The LEAP program is our middle school athletics program, and this grant will specifically support scholarships to families who otherwise would not be able to have their children participate. And then finally, we are also receiving an award for our STEP program, our Students in Transition and Empowerment program. That's a program that will provide basic needs and services to our most at-risk youth. So when we talk about these 3 programs together, thousands of students and families are impacted. I'd also like to thank, when I look at this audience and see all these first responders, I want to genuinely thank you for your service to the community, for keeping us all safe and secure in this region. So, Chief Magwitch.
Yeah, thank you. And let's give our responders, the first responders, another thank. I really appreciate what they do. The next one is the Village of Elk Rapids Police Department. Do we have the Elk Rapids? There we go. Okay.
Body cams, visual and audio recordings is one of the biggest, most important tools in law enforcement. It's not only to help catch the bad guy, but to help officers with false claims. So thank you.
Thank you. The Village of Lake Ann.
I'm Jim Sturmer, I'm the village president, and on behalf of the village council and 280 residents of the village of Lake Ann, we'd like to thank the tribe for the generous grant. This funding will provide us a framework for hopefully addressing some of the infrastructure issues that we see in the village, the east corridor and the west corridor entrances into the village. So thank you very much. Christy Grant Wagner is one of my trustees. Thank you again.
The Whitewater Township. You have 2. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Brandon Flynn, Whitewater Township Fire Chief. This is my Assistant Chief, Nicholas Carpenter, and of course, Mr. Ron Pop, our Township Supervisor. Our Township Clerk is also in the audience. You'll see her next. But this grant is going for new extrication equipment. Now, some fire departments, they respond more frequently to incidents than other departments. Take for instance, Blair Township back there, their primary response is EMS calls, which those tablets that he was awarded will greatly help them out in that aspect. Our township response, our most popular caller is car accident related. 25% of our call volume is related to car accidents. So this equipment will help us out greatly in that aspect. Our current set is about 20 years old. And although this is quite a hefty investment up front, we do expect this new equipment to last 20 years as well. So that's kind of a gift that keeps on giving in our books. And I also would like to thank the Grand Traverse Band and Tribal Council for their continued support. It really makes a big difference in our small community. So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you. Did you accept the other one too, or was this you? Okay. Okay, Cheryl, all right.
I'm Cheryl Goss, Township Clerk and Parks and Recreation Administrator for Whitewater Township. And I feel a little sheepish because there's been so many incredibly worthy causes that money has been awarded to, and this money is for shower renovations, which isn't quite as exciting. But if you don't know where Whitewater Township Park is, it's on the western shore of Elk Lake, and we invite all of you to come visit us. It's a beautiful park. We have a 55-site campground and a boat launch there, and on beautiful Elk Lake. And so we're kind of in the tourism business, I guess you would say. And so we invite all of you there. We're a very busy park in the summer, and some of our patrons like to also visit the casino while they're there. So we so much appreciate the help of the tribe with this check to help us get these renovations done. Thank you so much.
And so that is our last one. We end it with a nice take a shower. One way to clean up things around here. But, you know, it is said that at the end of 2018 that, you know, everybody makes their resolutions. And by this time I was reading 90% of those have already been thrown out the door. And there's only 10% left. So I want to encourage you and keep thinking that the best is yet to come in 2019. I believe when we all work together like we have, and our tribe has been a community of working together. We believe in helping out the people that are around us, and that's including you all here. And we enjoy doing this. I know that people say, well, you got to do it. No, we don't. It is an agreement that we accepted, and we continue with that agreement because we think it's good for our people that are around here, that we help one another. This is what Grand Traverse County and the other counties around us do, and we've done it here. This is a beautiful place to come and live in Traverse City. I live here, and our property that we have here, you see the, you know, it's just a beautiful view, and you know, the pristine shorelines that we have, we want to keep. And we're against the Pipeline 5 because that could destroy not only our way of living, but also the economics would be, you know, just atrocious if we had that, because Traverse City, there are a lot of people that love. Traverse City is number 2 in Michigan, Mackinac being 1. At least that's the last I seen, where people want to come and vacation and live. And so we would like to keep up with that. And so our tribe is very dedicated to the air, the water, and the land. And I appreciate everybody who came, appreciate all the work that our staff, workers that we have here have put in. And I'm looking for 2019 to be the best year yet, even though that we see the problems that we have in Washington, but we can work together and make this still the best place. So appreciate you all coming. And again, I'd like to wish you Happy New Year. And for you and your families, you know, families are important to us. Families are important to the tribe. And so I also put that over to you. And I pray that your families, that you will have a beautiful year also. So the Lord bless you, and our drummers will be ending this, and so if everybody will stand, thank you again. Be blessed. You're dismissed. Thank you again.
I found, but I think my checks are all in order, but this one's for the recreation.
And one of the cards, you guys gave me the third check, so it got stuck.